Hi, my name is Louis. I'm a certified health coach, and I'm here to hopefully be able to inspire and motivate others with my own understanding of health and wellness, but more importantly, my own story. If you're anything like me, you know what it's like to struggle with weight loss. You know what it's like to struggle with the yo-yo dieting, with the energy crashes, with the lack of energy, with the desire to want to go out and do more and be social, but rather be at home because you're afraid of what others are going to think of you, how you're going to be judged or looked at or even ridiculed. And a lot of times some of that ridiculing happens from our own self to ourselves, and that needs to stop. And the one thing I do want to tell you and the world is that as I continue to work on myself and make progress, I start to realize that it's not all your fault. Why you are the way you are, why you've gained the weight, why you yo-yo dieted, why you tried, like me, paleo, keto, carnivore, you name it, to only lose some weight, only to gain it back and kind of be in that constant cycle. And it's difficult and even depressing at times, but there is a solution. And the first thing you need to understand, and where I'm coming from and where I've been really spending a lot of time trying to understand, is that there's a dysfunction, and that dysfunction isn't you, but it's your metabolism, just like mine. When we have a dysfunctional metabolism, then we are going to be driven to do things and eat things that are not going to be so supportive to our own health. Our metabolism is responsible for generating energy, and it does it down to your cellular level. And if that isn't functioning the way it's supposed to, then we're going to be in this constant cycle. Sadly, what I believe has really been contributing to the world, at least in this case in America, where only about 12% of the population is considered to be metabolically healthy, is all the processed foods, all the industrial foods that we've been eating for decades. And the consumption of these foods is only growing. And a lot of it starts with, the refined sugars. You're all familiar with that, the refined grains. But more importantly, I really think it's the industrial, the vegetable and the seed oils that I think are really damaging most of our metabolism. And if we can just make a simple change to start to either completely eliminate those from our diet and switch to more healthier fats in our diet, then I think we'll start experiencing a change. And I know I have. Fats like butter and olive oil and avocado oil and tallow. These are oils and foods that we as humans have been eating for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But because of industrialization, these oils have entered the market starting from the 50s and up. And it's very fascinating for me to see that as the use and consumption of all this processed foods continues to grow, so does every single disease you can think of: obesity, insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, cancer. The list goes on, autoimmune issues. And we can start making a big difference in just how you feel on a day-to-day basis by eliminating those ingredients from our diet. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not so much focused on the weight loss, although that is important to me, because I do believe there is a set weight that is healthy, and I just want to do so much more for my family. But I think it starts with healing on the inside. We have to heal first, and that is the reason why we haven't been able to succeed. At least that's my conviction and what I believe, but also the conviction of a lot of doctors and scientists that are looking at this a lot more closely. Yes, calories in, calories out matter. How much we consume on a day-to-day basis is important. If we eat too much, yes, we're going to gain weight. If we decrease our caloric intake, yes, we'll eventually lose the weight as well. But what drives us to continue eating, even though we know what to do in that sense. And I really think it's a damaged metabolism. When our metabolism, which is responsible to produce energy, is lacking, is dysfunctional, it's constantly craving more energy and wanting more energy. This is why those cravings come in. This is why you're hangry at times. This is why you're irritable if you're not eating. This is why you go in middle of the night or late at night and dig in for those bag of potato chips or the ice cream or leftovers when you well know you probably shouldn't be having it. But that's okay. It's important to understand it and where we're at, and then what can we do to make and take steps to improve our health. And this is where I am at. This is where I kind of want to start bringing more of this information to this channel. And I hope you follow along. If this is interesting, subscribe. But more importantly, let's start with that. If this has been your story, like mine, where you yo-yo dieted, where you struggled with your weight, your energy levels, all of that, and you're still consuming a lot of these oils, just look at the ingredient labels and start making some changes. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm glad to help out.